Hey world, you're tuned in to GTV Radio, bringing to you by Go Hard Presents. I'm your host, Puka, and I'm sitting here with activist, actor, film producer, author, leader, lifetime award nominee, and expert in gang violence prevention, Daude Sherrills. Thank you so much for being here today.
So one, thank you. It's like I said, a good opportunity for me, to go on live and kind of, answer to a lot of those things that you just said I was.
yes, thank you so much. Tell the people, what are you working on right now?
Oh man, it's, last year, because this year is definitely over. I done worked on three major projects, in the city of Los Angeles. Started off with the construction industry and trade, and ensuring that more of our minority people are getting opportunities in this redevelopment that's going on throughout Los Angeles. So I've been hyperly putting together programs to address the divide, which is a lot of our people who are less skilled in the construction industry. I've been working with the National Black Contractors Association, Young Black Contractors, Minority Subcontractors, in providing apprentices, because the most important thing about career path is apprenticeship. Most of our people who are living in distressed communities lack vocational training skills to qualify them to work on a lot of these major redevelopment projects. So I've been busy and working in collaboration with these organizations to ensure that our people get an opportunity to address those needs and be a part of the whole redevelopment and get these career skills and these construction trades. Then another thing I've been working on is the platform that which is dear to me, which is the social equity platform in Los Angeles, centered around the legalization of the cannabis industry. And so myself, I represent GGC, which is Gang Green Coalition in Genetics, which is to represent the retail space for social equity for people who are affected by the war on drugs, and those who are living in disadvantaged communities. We lobbied the city and to ensure that there's a platform, because this cannabis industry is a big thing, and we have to ensure that we're not left out, out of this trade like we was left out of alcohol, tobacco, and rice, and which represent to us generational wealth. So this whole new tax receipt is going to generate billions of dollars in the city of Los Angeles and the state of California. And so we've been putting ourselves in position to ensure that we're not left out of this. So I've been working on that platform and developing organizations and corporations to address that void. And then too, my own personal things, centered around the documentary Truth. Been working on a film project called Colors Deuce, and also just working on a book to identify my lifestyle and who I am as a person.
Elaborate more on the title of that. It's called Colors Deuce.
Colors Deuce is a sequel to Colors. And everybody's seen Colors, Sean Penn, in the 1980 thing about Sean Penn, and it was directed by Dennis Hopper. The film was centered around, the Crips and Bloods culture in the city of Los Angeles. And at that time, it was the crack era. And so a lot of that stuff in Colors 1 was, kind of portraying that image in South LA. The sequel is similar, but instead of focusing in on the violence that took place in South LA, we focused in on more of the unification that happened during 1992. And not just that, we also focused in not on crack, but we focused in on the cannabis trade, which is here because you have a lot of sharks out there, a lot of predatory investors that's coming in, that's looking at this industry with knife and fork and salivating from their mouth at the benefit that this is going to present to a lot of people. So we are documenting this within a film setting, and like I say, we had our early stage, primary stages, and I'm looking to tie a few good celebrity names to it. And so it's just something that's dear to me to highlight this as a commercial, and also as a strategy and a path to show people how important it is for us to all over this country to stay visual about this whole trade. So I'm gonna do it in a film setting. So I've been working on that in some primary stages. It's gonna be called Colors Deuce, and I want to self-direct this one. Because a lot of times, you know, we was trying to shop it around and get people to get involved and things like that, you know. But, you know, raising the capital in this industry, it shouldn't be a problem because you have a lot of different cannabis corporations and companies, and because this also is going to be about product placement and utilize some of these resources to tell the story about, you know what I'm saying, this trade and how important it is for us from the grassroots level to continue to organize and make sure that we're represented in a major way, not just in a small way, but in a major way to control this trade, you know what I'm saying, because of, you know, the wealth that's behind it. You know, this thing could finance, I mean, schools, programs, services, and things like that. So we want to show this in a commercial setting using the film to outline.
Right, and this is based in California.
Yes, this film will be shot in Watts, California. You know, my home. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we shooting it in Watts because why? We have all the strings. You know what I'm saying? We kind of control the politics down there, and it's a community that's on the rise. You know, Watts itself is not like people will portray it like it was when we was growing up, where it's in poverty and, you know, a lot of violence. Watts has kind of like changed over the years, and we have billions of dollars of development that's coming in, and you have the Ram Stadium that's built right up the street on Century and Prairie. You have two major football teams that's coming in. We have the Lakers just now winning the championship. So, you know, Watts is on the rise, and so we're going to choose our beautiful, beloved city to highlight and shoot this film.